closed. It's going to be an exciting few months for Lincoln Fire and Rescue. They've got 4 news stations on the way. Channel 8 Eyewitness News reporter Bailey Bischoff visited one today and has the details. Bailey?
Over the course of the next few months, this construction site will transform into a state-of-the-art facility for Lincoln's firefighters and paramedics. It's one of many projects that's helping the department serve Lincoln even better. Lincoln is growing fast, and more people means more emergencies and more fires, meaning more demands on Lincoln Fire and Rescue.
The city's experienced a lot of growth that we're a long ways away from, and when emergencies occur, we want to be closer because we can make an impact when we get there in a timely manner.
This year, they're working on catching up. In Air Park, they opened the first news station in more than 20 years, and there's 4 more coming.
Right behind me there's 4 garage doors.
You're looking at the future Station 12 on 84th and Pioneers. It replaces an outdated station on 84th and South.
It has a very small garage. Matter of fact, the fire engine can barely fit into the garage. And so it doesn't meet the standards that we expect out of stations today.
This new building is setting the standards. It has a garage that'll fit vehicles that typically have to stay outside. It has individual bedrooms and single-person bathrooms. Beyond that, every aspect of the design serves a purpose.
The firefighters that work in our department are going to be able to work in a facility that's safer, that is more conducive to response to serve the community.
The building has decontamination zones and other precautions to address high cancer rates among firefighters. It has outdoor space and natural light to help firefighter and paramedics' mental health. And it helps them do their job better because it's all one floor, so they'll be able to access engines faster. This is just the beginning.
We'll have 5 new facilities. That'll be almost a third of what our total number is. We're hiring new firefighters and new firefighter paramedics, and just the growth that we're experiencing is very exciting.
This station will open in the fall. An updated Station 10 will open near 24th and Superior in July, and 2 brand new stations. One near 98th and O and another at 66th and Pine Lake will follow. In Lincoln, Bailey Bischoff, Channel 8 Eyewitness News.
For the first time, Lancaster County will be holding night court. They'll be held May 30th and June 27th from 4:30 to 7 p.m. It's meant for people who can't miss work without fear of getting fired, or for those who can't get childcare during the day. If your case qualifies, you can get it taken care of without jail time.
We definitely see the value in thinking creatively and hopefully not only reducing the amount of warrants that we have here in Lincoln and Lancaster County, but hopefully see that ripple effect into reducing their jail population if at all possible.
They strongly encourage you to call the court clerk ahead and schedule your hearings. That number is at the bottom of your screen right now. If you want to see if your case qualifies, we have all the information on our website, KOKNTV.com. Still to come on the news tonight, it's been a deadly and destructive weather week across the Midwest. We'll have a look at the damage for you a little later in the show, and we'll take a look at the stock market and some of your local numbers after the break.
Live from Lincoln, this is Channel 8 Eyewitness News at 5 with Rod Fowler, Megan Conway, Chief Meteorologist Dean Wysocki, and Sports Director Andrew Ward. This is Channel 8 Eyewitness News at 5.
Yeah, that's fine. Did you say you lost time or you?
Water. Okay. Thank you, though. I'm like choked on my spit.
Okay, no problem. Gotcha.
Is he throwing a break? Okay.
Okay.
I thought so, but I just want to make sure. Right. Yeah. No. After the national headlines or the holiday travel? Oh, okay. Since Monday, there have been 97 reported tornadoes across the country, and that threat not letting up for the holiday weekend. ABC's Will Reeve will have more in our national headlines tonight.
Cleanup efforts across much of the country this holiday weekend, the result of extraordinary storm activity over the last week. The National Weather Service even confirming a Category EF1 tornado touching down in Maryland with 86-mile-per-hour winds. Wind and rain downing power lines in Virginia. Huge systems in Texas, like this tornado, twisting sharply in just minutes, heading directly for a home, and then turning toward a meteorologist for ABC affiliate KOCO, tracking the storm. ABC senior meteorologist Rob Marciano is in Missouri, the capital there slammed by tornadoes.
The ferocious tornado with enough force to knock over this semi and then go right into this neighborhood.
This car dealership hit hard. Brand new vehicles blown into twisted metal.
It's just incredible how much heavy damage there is and how nobody died here.
The only words I can put into this word miracle.
And in Oklahoma, along the Arkansas River, rising waters expected to continue through much of the weekend. Record flooding in the state brought on by a week of torrential rain. Since Monday, there have been 97 reported tornadoes in 8 states, from Texas all the way up to Maryland. Stormy weather expected to continue this holiday weekend, with potential record flooding in the Midwest and severe weather possible from the Great Lakes all the way into central Pennsylvania. Will Reeve, ABC News, New York.
All right, cool.
Now, your local forecast from Lincoln's own weather experts.
Finally, some warmer temperatures out there today, upper 70s to mid 70s. And boy, quite a bit of rain, although the airport didn't pick up a whole lot, under an inch. But Becky and Garland picked up an inch 20. Charles here in Lincoln picked up a $1.10. I had about 2 inches in my place. The further south you went, 2-3 inches of rain as we head down to the south. And this area is going to be targeted once again over the weekend for some more heavy rain. 77 so far, with the morning low of 56, just about on target for this time of the year. Actually, let's update that to 78. So we're at our high for the day right now. 79 is what it feels like out there. So really no heat index to really worry about. Dew points in the mid-50s, still comfortable. So not too bad. Southwest winds of 14. A beautiful, beautiful evening to just get out, isn't it? Oh, feels good. It's finally nice to see that sun, too. Upper 70s along the Missouri River Valley. Most everybody mid-upper 70s, 79 in Seward, 76 in Friend, and even out west, temperatures in the mid-70s. And slight breeze, but nothing too bad out there. Out of the southwest, about 10 to 15 throughout much of the area. A little cool up towards Bismarck, over towards Billings, and down again into the Intermountain region. But much of the midsection of the country, all the way to the East Coast, pretty nice. A little cool in the Great Lakes and the Northeast, but not terribly chilly. Storms tonight look to be focused to our south. That's where there's a frontal boundary down to our south, and that's where most of the storms are ongoing right now. Some of these are going to be severe, as they are right now, with numerous tornado warnings. But once again, this is going to stay well to our south, at least this batch of storms. However, after dark, the low-level jet is going to kick in, and I think we'll see an isolated storm or two pop up towards sunrise. But the majority of the night is going to be very quiet. Extreme southeastern corner of the state here towards Falls City could get clipped by a couple of these storms, but other than that, should be okay. There's that stalled out frontal boundary down to our south and east, and it's going to kind of waver back and forth over the weekend. And again, a little upper wave comes through here as we head towards Saturday morning. Stormcast not doing a really good job of picking it up, but I wouldn't be surprised to see an isolated storm or two here towards sunrise tomorrow. And then we'll start to see skies clear out by afternoon. Now, a lot of people out and about tomorrow afternoon, in fact, the whole weekend. And we do have a chance of scattered storms generally along this front. I think they're going to develop out in western Kansas and then right up this front, as Stormcast is predicting here by about between 7 and 10 o'clock tomorrow night. We'll keep an eye on these. Some of these could be severe, as we are in a slight risk for tomorrow. And then Sunday, most of the day is going to be dry, so this is working out perfect. Daytime hours mostly should be dry, so outdoor plans should be okay, but then once we get towards evening, that's when things start to get a little rocky. So outlook, the Storm Prediction Center has us in a slight risk for Saturday, and again, mainly Saturday evening and into the overnight hours. And then Sunday, severe weather risk out to our west, which will then again spread east. And the main threat both of these nights are going to be a large hail. I'm a little more concerned about Memorial Day. That's when we could see some tornadic activity around here, as we're in a slight risk then as well. 56 overnight tonight. Clear to partly cloudy skies. Again, a very slight chance, about 20% chance of a storm rolling through here towards sunrise. 80 tomorrow after a cloudy start will turn partly cloudy, and then those storms coming in towards about 7 to 10 o'clock at night. And then Sunday, again, most of the day dry, but then those afternoon to evening storms possible. And then a mild, we'll call it warm on Memorial Day. Storms developing in the afternoon, carrying over into Tuesday with cooler and drier weather next week. We'll be back with more news after the break.
If you're planning to get out of town for this holiday weekend, you are far from alone. AAA says millions will be out and about for Memorial Day. ABC's Marcy Gonzalez has more.
Before the barbecues and beach days, the inevitable bumper-to-bumper traffic. And this year, AAA says the number of people traveling for the Memorial Day holiday is near record-breaking. Almost 43 million people planning getaways for the long weekend, the vast majority hitting the roads.
Trucks and traffic everywhere. Literally, it's been crazy.
Some spending the unofficial start of summer heading to ski trips on California's Mammoth Mountain, where more unseasonable snow is expected this weekend. But with gas prices rising across the country, up 30 cents in just the past 2 weeks, some are opting for staycations.
Prices are way too high right now. I can't afford it. I spend enough right now just traveling back and forth to work.
Others sitting in traffic only to stand in long lines at airports, with more than 3 million people expected to fly between now and Monday, according to AAA.
The last time we came, we got stuck in traffic, and so we wanted to make sure we got past that rush hour.
In Atlanta, this is now the second busiest travel day ever at Hartsfield-Jackson International. Air travelers there and across the country being urged to arrive at least 2 hours before their flights.
There is probably around 10 to 5% of the people that are getting here late. They just don't arrive in time, and it's a difficult situation, and we try to do everything we can to help them.
And if you're driving, AAA says expect the most traffic this evening, with so many people cutting out of work early to get a head start on the weekend. Marcy Gonzalez, ABC News, Los Angeles.
It was a pretty good day on Wall Street. The Dow gained 95 points, NASDAQ up 9. Here's a look at your numbers. You're watching Channel 8 Eyewitness News at 5. It is time now for our Facebook Fans of the Day, sponsored by Graham Tire. Elisha sent us this photo. This is Caleb and his big brother Ethan. They enjoyed some time at the park together in the nice weather. And Caleb loves cars. This is such a cute picture. Thank you, Elisha, for sharing it with us. Dean, final check for us?
It should be a quiet night tonight. Thank goodness. We need a break, don't we? There is a slight chance for an isolated storm coming through around sunrise. And then we'll turn partly cloudy on Saturday. Not a bad day. Dry during the day, but we could see some storms after 7 at night. Kind of the same for Sunday. Monday looks a little more interesting. More worried about Monday and severe weather.
All right. Thanks, Dean. And thank you all for joining us. We'll see you back here at 6.
Alicia, she's sending quite a few pictures of her kids.
Yeah, she does. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Coming up tonight at 10, we talked to Senator Deb Fischer about possible relief bills coming to Nebraska residents. And a new clinic is being built right here in Lincoln for veterans. Hear from one veteran who attended the groundbreaking ceremony. And this year's unusual weather has delayed the opening of Lincoln's public pool.